Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
The Angels have been chasing the American League West flag all season long, and tonight they're just a step away.
It has been an exhilarating season so far, but still work to be done. The Angels took the loss last night to the Seattle Mariners. Today it is Game 3 of this 4-game series against the visiting Mariners. Take a look at the standings in the American League West. Even with the loss last night, the Angels maintain the magic number at 2. 10.5 back. That's what the Oakland A's are. They will be taking on the Texas Rangers in just a couple of minutes. We welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and this team has done it, whether it's been on the mound from the starting rotation, the bullpen, clutch hitting, the unsung heroes, any number of reasons why this team's on the verge of clinching the American League West.
Yeah, Victor, it started in Tempe with that stressing of the fundamentals, and his team has done everything exceptionally well this season. They've swung the bats very well. They've pitched much better. They fielded their position much better this season, almost averaging 5 runs a game. Their starters much better this year, nearly a little over half a run less as far as the ERA amongst starters. The bullpen, an issue last season, beginning part of this season, has certainly turned that around. And mentioned that fielding percentage. Last year they were 13th in the American League. Given those extra outs and not finishing games was a big reason they struggled last year. Well, that's not the case this year. Plus, they are swinging the bats a lot.
Well, those bats were rather quiet yesterday, especially after scoring the first 2 runs in the first inning, but Seattle ended up picking up the victory, and they'll have their hands full today with James Paxton on the hill. C.J. Wilson will be on the mound for the Angels. When we return here to the Big A, we'll talk a little bit more about the starting duo tonight.
series tied up in a game and a piece, and I mentioned going to break that C.J. Wilson's on the mound going for the Angels, and he's got to step up considering the way things played out yesterday with that bullpen game. He needs to kind of go out there, pick up some innings, and keep this offense that was very hot last night in check.
Well, he's got some great career numbers. 14 games he has won against Seattle. 0-2 this season, though. He's just got to go out there and dominate the strike zone. And Paxton's a guy that you have to make sure, if you're CJ, to make sure you limit the amount of runs given up, because this young pitcher, it can be dominant. His fastball is 92 to 97. Great stuff, no doubt about it. ERA under 2.
We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. Day throughout Major League Baseball, a day that MLB takes to honor a very, very well-respected humanitarian, and on the Hill happens to be the Angels nominee for the Roberto Clemente Award. That is C.J. Wilson. He's getting his warm-up pitches ready, and we will take a look at the starting lineup for the Seattle Mariners as presented by their skipper Lloyd McClendon at 81 and 69. Austin Jackson will lead things off. He's in center. Dustin Ackley in left. Robinson Cano in second. Kendrys Morales, the cleanup hitter, and DH. Kyle Seager at third. Chris D'Onofrio gets the start in right. Justin Smoke at first. It's Chris Taylor, the shortstop. Second action of the series for him, and it's Jesus Sucre over at behind the plate at batting ninth as they take on Wilson. 12-9 record, a 4.61 ERA. This will be his third start against Seattle, but first since the end of May.
Yeah, he has struggled against them 0-2 this season, but like I mentioned before, he's won 14 career games against the Mariners. CJ, to be successful in this game against Seattle, finish game mindset. He's got to think from the get-go, I'm going to finish this game and give the bullpen a rest and stay away from the big inning.
Magic number stands at 2. A win by the Angels and a loss by Oakland. Taking on the Texas Rangers at the Coliseum, and the Angels will have clinched their first division title since 2009. The Angels with the loss last night, now 50 and 26 here at the Big A, but still hold the best record in baseball at 94 and 57 at the start of the day. 3 games better than the Baltimore Orioles, whom, by the way, are defeating the Toronto Blue Jays 6-1. That game is in the bottom of the 8th inning.
And no carryover effect from their clinching party last night. Playing well once again.
Austin Jackson steps in, hitting .264, 4 home runs and 46 RBIs. And CJ's first one tonight is in there for a strike. Jerry Meals, the veteran, is calling the balls and strikes tonight. Bob Davidson at first. Chris Conroy is second, and Jordan Baker at third, the umpire and crew for tonight. Seattle last night pounding out 14 hits, scoring 13 runs. The bulk of which happened against Jason Grilli and Fernando Salas. Grilli getting charged with 4 runs in his 1/3 of an inning. Salas giving up 5 in his 1/3. This is a one-hopper right to Howie Kendrick. The ball game starts with a ground down. It's the first down to start this one off. Let's check out the Angels defensively. Colin Cowgill at left, Mike Trout at center, Cole Calhoun at right. The infield has David Freese, Eric Guybar, Howie Kendrick, and C.J. Cron. Albert will serve as a DH tonight. It's Chris Sonetta behind the plate partner.
And Eric Guybar at shortstop. Anytime C.J. Wilson's on the mound, you're going to get a lot of ground ball action. .981 fielding percentage, which is second best in the AL. 1 error in his last 24 games. Great coverage, even better throwing arm.
Dustin Ackley will look at a strike on the outside corner. .251 batting average for the left fielder. This after going 1 for 3 last night. A double. 2 runs batted in. Goes around on the breaking pitch. 0-2 count.
Well, you'll get swings like that when you get ahead of the count, which is good to see from CJ.
Last start for Wilson was a win. Gave up 3 runs, 2 earned on 7 hits and 5 innings of work. A chopper to the right side. Cron has it. CJ a little bit of a late start getting to first. CJ takes it himself as he waves off CJ for out number 2.
So there was at least a CJ at first base.
In the vicinity at some point. Just 2 outs, nobody on.
2 quick ground ball outs too for Wilson, which is a good sign.
Another warm night here in Southern California, so we expect the baseball to travel. Albeit not as warm as it has been the last couple of days. It's supposed to continue to quote unquote cool down into the weekend. First one to Cano in their first strike. Mariners second baseman hitting .321, 14 home runs and 77 runs batted in. There's James Paxton, the lefty. A chopper back to the mound. CJ has it. 8 pitches thrown by CJ Wilson in a 1-2-3 first. We'll head to the bottom of the inning. Scoreless. Look at Mike Scioscia starting 9 for the Halos at 94 and 57. Game number 152 on the season. Cole Calhoun in right field. Mike Trout at center. Albert, as we mentioned, is the DH today. Howie Kendrick in that cleanup spot at second. David Freese at third. Eric Guybar short. Chris Sonetta behind the plate. C.J. Cron at first. And it's Colin Cowgill batting ninth and playing left field. Taking on the 25-year-old left-hander native of Ladner, British Columbia, Canada. His name is James Paxton.
Yeah, Paxton, we talked about how well he throws a fastball in 92, 97. He throw a cut fastball, a very good curveball, solid changeup. ERA well under 2 for Paxton, but the key is to be successful against him. Early game success. Drive the ball up the middle. Simple approach against him. Don't try to pull the ball when he throws that fastball away. Go back up the middle. Utilize the big field.
Cole Calhoun ready to lead things off. Paxton made 2 starts against the Angels early on this year. Back on April the 2nd and April the 8th, and on April the 9th was placed on the 15-day disabled list. Cole looks at a strike. Calhoun hitting .281, 16 home runs and 56 runs batted in. His 28 doubles and 3 triples on the season.
Also 2 for 6 against Paxton.
Big left-hander right over the top. A lot of arms and legs coming at you.
And he decided trying to find the baseball at a hitter's eye in the background. He'll be distracted by the glove, the leg, the arm, all the motion he has going towards the plate.
Down the line, but foul. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Paxton ended up going on the disabled list. April the 9th, was on there till August the 2nd with a strained muscle in his left side of his back. But we saw in those 2 starts against the Angels how special this guy could be. Terrific stuff. Good location. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Doesn't waste any time. Stays on that pitching rubber.
Made 8 starts since coming off the disabled list. 4-2 and a 1.72 ERA in those 8 starts. 2-2. Dribbler over to Cano. 1 down. Check out the Mariners defensively. Ackley, Jackson, and Denorfia in the outfield from left to right. The infield has Seager, Taylor, Cano, and Smoke from third to first, and Sucre behind the plate.
Denorfia plays so many different positions in the outfield throughout his career. Very versatile player. 348 career starts in right field, has 22 outfield assists in that position and 5 errors, but has played center and has played left, and he will dive for anything close to him in the outfield. Very aggressive outfielder Denorfia is for Seattle.
1 out, nobody on for Trout. Michael, look at the strike. 291 batting average, 34 home runs and 107 runs batted in. The Angels managed 6 hits in last night's game. Trout had 1 of them, going 1 for 3. They're underway at the Coliseum, scoreless in the bottom of the first. Jeff Samardzija on the hill for Oakland, and it's Derek Holland, lefty on the mound for Texas. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sucre back outside. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Pretty tough spot.
Yeah.
95-mile-an-hour fastball outside corner at the knees, especially after you threw 2 fastballs in. A lot of fastballs early on for Paxton.
Pujols on deck. That is ripped down the line, but it is hooking foul.
Give him a cut fastball. Trout looked like he was ready for that pitch after a number of them already on the inside corner.
Last start for Paxton. Ended up picking up the win against Oakland. 2 runs, 1 earned, 4 hits, and 6 innings of work through 102 pitches. Another 2-2. Upstairs, full count. Folks still filing in here. We've had 2 very good crowds the last 2 nights. Today it's halfway to St. Patty's Day hats giveaway. Mouthful. And who knew?
I'm glad I know now.
I guess it is the 17th. Payoff pitch. And that's a called strike 3. Trout gets rung up by Jerry Meals. He thought it was ball 4. Instead, it's the 2nd out.
Well, there was 2 pitches in that sequence thrown to Trout by Paxton, almost the exact same spot. The only question was it too low? Real close borderline pitch.
So 2 outs, nobody on, and Pujols at the plate. Albert serving as a DH tonight. 274 batting average, has 26 home runs and 98 RBIs. Picked up his 98th yesterday with a base hit in the first inning. 1 for 3 game 4. That'll leave up the count at 1-1. You wonder if the mindset here for the Angels is trying to get that pitch count up early against Paxton. Oh, chopper foul down the line.
Hyundai key to this game, especially what's on the line here tonight. Well, Aerosmith's sweet emotion, an opportunity to clinch the division tonight with a victory and an Oakland loss up against Derek Holland and the Texas Rangers up in Oakland.
And Pujols goes down swinging. So back-to-back strikeouts for Paxton. Both starters with a 1-2-3 first. We're scoreless. Angels postseason tickets will go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. The sale is available exclusively online at angels.com/postseason.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. There in the second, AJ will face Morales, Seager, and Denorfia. Righty, lefty, and then a righty. Morales being the switch hitter. Took CJ just 8 pitches to get through that first inning. It's the first time he's retired the side to start a game since July 4th against Houston. That was 11 starts ago. First one clanks off the glove of Chris Arnett. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Kendrys Morales, 223 with 7 home runs and 41 RBIs. Single, a double, a walk yesterday. Ended up going 2 for 3.
Morales a .435 hitter against CJ in his career.
Wilson falls behind here. 2 balls and no strikes. Here on the first base side, headed toward the seats. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kendricks has hit 213, pardon me, 283 from the right side, 175 from the left. That 213 batting average I mentioned is what he has hit as a member of the Mariners. He's coming over to trade Minnesota Twins. On the corner. 2-2.
Certainly on that side of the plate, Jerry Meals has caught a lot of strikes on that side of the plate. It worked well for CJ.
Say that it's looking like he's kind of expanding the zone a little bit. Jerry is, that is. It's a ground ball to short. Skimmer picked up by Ibar. One down. So 4 ground ball outs for CJ to start the ball game. They'll bring up Kyle Seager.
That's always a good sign when CJ Wilson is getting ground ball outs and throwing strikes. 13 pitches thrown, 10 of them strikes so far.
Seager, a 275 batting average, has 23 home runs and 89 RBIs. Fantastic season for the third baseman as that pitch is inside. Not a prototypical third baseman, but has certainly done a terrific job over there. As Wilson, for the second straight batter, falls behind here 2-0.
Especially against a guy he's really thrown the ball well against. Seager just 3 for 28 in his career versus CJ Wilson. It's a 107 batting average. That's a lot of at bats.
And that's out to center. We'll stop the line right to Trout, 2 down. And this is a team, the Seattle Mariners, that granted the overall offensive numbers are not overly impressive. They don't stand out or jump off the page per se, but like any team, like any major league hitters, you put them in good hitters counts, 2-0, 2-1 and the like, they will certainly let it fly. We saw that last night, especially late in the ballgame.
Yeah, if you get ahead of the count against them, you can expand the strike zone, throw breaking balls in the dirt, get some easy outs against them. But fastball counts, they will hit the ball hard.
Chris Denorfia getting to start in right field tonight, takes strike 1. 221 in 26 games with Seattle. Now we're missing low. Denorfia picked up in a trade with the San Diego Padres on July 31st, adding to their outfield depth. Swing and a miss. Down goes Denorfia, and Wilson picks up his first strikeout. 1 to the bottom of the second, scoreless.
We'll check out the big news from around the majors. The Carl's Jr. Sports Update with the price right. In Detroit tonight. NL West lefty goes for victory number 19.
I wonder who you're talking about.
Might surprise you.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Howie Kendrick leading things off, followed by David Freese and Eric Ibarg and James Paxton, who struck out Trout and Pujols to finish off the first. Now we're hitting .291, 7 home runs, 71 RBIs. Check swing, one around. It is 0-2. Howie last night 0 for 2, and by the time the game got out of hand in the 5th, 6th innings, Kendrick was taken out. All the starters were taken out. Ground ball to the right side. Cano far to his left has it. Nice play by Robinson Cano for the first down here in the second.
First curveball we've seen from Paxton. He's throwing a cut fastball. A lot of fastballs in and away. Curveball, but a nice play here by Cano. So it's a good range. Always under control when he makes the throw. Able to get Howie at first base. Won a couple Gold Gloves.
Freese a .261 average with 9 home runs and 52 runs batted in. Takes inside. He's ahead at the count at 2-0. The 2-0. It's rifled foul down the line. Out of play. Two-one count. Freese had an RBI single in the first inning last night. Went 1 for 2. Breaks his bat. Hits a one-hopper to Taylor. Short. 2 down. Hey folks, tomorrow the Angels will take on the Mariners to wrap up this 4-game series, and fans in attendance will receive a rally drum courtesy of Mid-O Tire while supplies last. Purchase your tickets today at the Angels Stadium ticket office or by logging on at angels.com.
Boy, Paxton pitches in well against right-handed batters for a young pitcher.
He's faced 5 and he's retired all 5. Wilson's faced 6 and retired all 6. A battle of lefties here in the early going. Ibarg shoots it back toward the middle, but Cano is shading him that way. And it's another 1-2-3 inning. 3 ground ball outs for Paxton. We're through 2 and still scoreless. photo of the game. Tweet us your photo using hashtag WestFanPhoto, and it could be shown in an upcoming game broadcast. Not many games left to do it. Otherwise, we're just going to have a carryover into next year. Maybe a Tempe.
Yeah, a lot of games on TV next year in spring training.
Scoreless here in the third. 6 up, 6 down for both guys. Wilson with 1 strikeout, Paxton with 2. It'll be Smoke, Taylor, and Sucre for Seattle here in the third. First time this season that CJ has started off the game by retiring the first 6. Justin Smoke getting his first start at first base in this series. The 201 this year. 7 home runs and 30 runs batted in. 78th game for him. The first one is just a little bit low. Not by much.
Very under control so far. His mechanics smooth over the pitching rubber for C.J. Wilson.
That'll even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Smoke from the right side of the plate, a .219 average. From the left, 187 for the former first round pick, University of South Carolina. Breaking ball chopped towards short. Ibar has to come charging in. And it turns out to be a rather easy play for the first out here in the third.
Well, Ibar's so good at that position at shortstop, coming in on the baseball. And when he has some time with Smoke running down the line, able to gather himself and make a firm throw to get the first out. It's 5 ground ball outs so far for Wilson.
Chris Taylor getting the start once again at shortstop tonight. He swings first pitch and skies went out to right. All those 1 pitch outs. 2 down.
Well, that's a sign in that dugout for Seattle. They're seeing that C.J. Wilson's been aggressive, throwing a lot of strikes early in this game.
Two outs, nobody out, and here's the catcher, Jesus Sucre. Sucre, 26 years of age, native of Venezuela. Played in 8 games last year with Seattle. This is 19th in the big leagues this year. First time facing CJ. Good off-speed pitch.
Glad to see him using that early on in the game, a couple of them in a row.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing. And a miss. And it will flip down to Crone to complete the strikeout. How about 9 up, 9 down for C.J. Wilson? Still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the inning. Angels baseball is brought to you by Warner Brothers Pictures. This Is Where I Leave You, in theaters Friday. Bottom of the third inning, scoreless. Nobody's reached base yet. 9 up, 9 down for C.J. Wilson. 6 up, 6 down for James Paxton. Paxton with a couple of strikeouts. Wilson with a couple of strikeouts. The Angels here in the third, sending a by Netta Crone and Cowgill. First one's upstairs for ball one. Chris hitting .258, 7 home runs, 43 runs batted in. Drew a couple of walks yesterday. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. But Paxton is able to locate that pitch all night. It's really tough for the Angels. That's an unhittable pitch to a right-handed batter.
All you can do is hit that ball on the ground softly to the right side if you make contact with it.
This is similar to the location that Trout struck out looking on a 3-2 pitch. Lifted in the air on the first base side. Mr. Smoke drifting into foul territory. Nice play on it. 1 down. So they'll bring up C.J. Crone.
First out in the air against Paxton. So far, 4 ground ball outs, 2 punch outs. Now a pop up in the infield.
Crone hitting .267 has 10 home runs. He'll take low. 32 RBIs for CJ.
I think C.J. Crone would like one of those high fastballs. He can drive that ball well to right center.
See Sucre trying to bring it down. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Opponents have hit .211 against the left-hander. Ground ball to the right side. Smoke can't get it. There's the first base run of the ball game.
So all you can do is hit a ball on the ground on a fastball like that, and he gets a base hit out of it. Approached by C.J. Crone. Fastball away. Just went with the pitch. Didn't try to pull it. And gets it by Smoke for a base hit.
So Paxton will work from the stretch for the first time. Cowgill looks at a strike. Collin back out of left field. .261 batting average, 5 home runs and 21 runs batted in. And Josh Hamilton tonight with Albert serving as a DH. A tough lefty on the mound. You know, Hamilton's hit lefties fairly well this year.
Yeah, but 0 for 5 against Paxton with 4 strikeouts for Josh.
Cowgill trying to get on top of a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Good luck.
Yeah, Cowgill likes to swing at that high fastball, but that's a firm fastball to try to play catch-up with.
One ball, 2 strikes. I didn't get on top of that. If you have that type of swing or that ability to get on top of the baseball up there, but if you've got a slight uppercut type swing, no chance.
Especially when you know he can paint the outside corner at the knees at 95.
Crone over at first. 1-2. Tapped foul at the plate. At the Coliseum in Oakland, scoreless in the bottom of the third. Magic number 2 for the Angels. A win by the Halos, lost by Oakland. The Angels will clinch the division. 1-2. Chopper toward third. Seager comes in. Off balance throw and still gets Cowgill.
Wow, that's an unbelievable
Yeah.
play. Off balance and still an accurate throw from Kyle Seager. Cowgill runs well, although jammed on the pitch. But what a play by Seager. Strong enough throwing arm to make a perfect throw, even though you're going away from that throw to the first base. You're going towards the Angel dugout with your body, but still a great play by Seager.
Cowgill's not slow by any stretch of the imagination. And with 2 strikes, Seager's playing a little bit deeper. So it just shows you the range and as well as the arm strength that he possesses. Angels get a man in scoring position. 2 outs now. Calhoun at the plate. Cole grounded out the Cano his first time up. Taps the breaking ball. Foul. The Angels in the series, the first 2 games of the series, 5 for 15 with men in scoring position. Last night, just 2 for 8. Took advantage in the first inning. That was pretty much it, though. Snap throw to second base, and Cohen gets back in there.
Sucre's got a very good throwing arm. Good catch and throw. Receiver behind the plate.
That almost got Crone in the back.
And Crone trying to get a good secondary lead to be able to score on a base hit into the outfield. He's drifted a little bit too far off the base.
Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2. Cutting action on that fastball. Ackley, the left fielder, way over toward the foul line. You see him there on the left of your screen. Jackson shading Cole the opposite way. The 1-2. Just got a piece of it. Keep the at-bat alive. That's all he can do. 40 pitches now thrown by the left-hander. Angels getting their first base run of the game. A single by C.J. Cron with 1 out. He stands at second. Trout on deck. No score here in the 3rd.
Good take on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, especially after a breaking ball was on that same plane the pitch before.
Trying to paint to a left-handed batter like he has to a righty on that outside corner. Down 2.
And if you're Cole, you're just going to try to serve a base hit into left field, left center field.
2-2, and he struck him out. The Angels leave a man in scoring position. 3rd strikeout for Paxton. We'll head to the 4th, scoreless. groundbreaking initiative created to accelerate innovative cancer research that gets new therapies to patients quickly in order to save lives now. For more information, visit foxsportsupports.com. Top of the fourth, no score. C.J. Wilson with a couple of strikeouts. He's retired the first 9 to start this ball game. So that means Austin Jackson will lead things off. He'll be followed by Dustin Ackley and then Robinson Cano.
Well, retired the first 9 for the first time since like in April of 2013. And CJ attacking the strike zone early on.
Breaking ball, chopped toward third. Freeze has it. 1 down. Jackson now 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. Game in Oakland now headed to the top of the fourth. Coco Chris just finished striking out the end of the third inning, scoreless. Derek Holland and Jeff Samardzija. One out, nobody out, and Dustin Ackley at the plate. Grounded out to Crow. His first time up. Shows bunt. Takes low. It is a 1-0 count. Other scores that affect the playoff picture. The Tigers were up 4-3, but Minnesota leads it now 6-4 at the top of the 8th at Target Field. Kansas City about to close out the White Sox. If those scores hold, Kansas City is in first place in the American League Central. If I'm not mistaken. No, they're still down a half game.
It's going to be a close race in that Central and the wild card all the way to the end.
Seattle at the start of the day, a game back of Kansas City. The second wild card, sharply hit. Boy, that ball popped up and hit Hendrick in the chest and stayed with it. 2 down.
That's why you feel the ground ball squaring up your body, keep it in front of you. You feel that baseball to the side, that's going to go by you. It's hit that hard. Well done by Howie. Off the chest, old school. Keep it in front and make the play the first. Tough hop off the chest. Able to corral with his glove and then throw out Ackley, who hit that ball extremely well.
One ball, no strikes on Cano. 0 for 1 as he bounced one right back to CJ in the first inning. Lays off and it misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Cano at .324 batting average coming into tonight against C.J. Wilson. 11 for 34, now 11 for 35. Two-0. Upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. Kendrick's on deck.
Yeah, it's the first time in this game on the follow through from CJ where he didn't get over the front leg well. Almost standing straight up when he delivered that baseball.
First 3-ball count for CJ tonight. 36 pitches, 23 of it strikes. That just missed low, and it's the first base runner for Seattle. A 2-out walk to Cano. Hey folks, on Friday the Angels will host the Texas Rangers beginning at 7:05, and fans in attendance will receive an Oktoberfest stein courtesy of Farmer John while supplies last. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or online at angels.com. So Wilson will work from the stretch for the first time with 2 outs here in the 4th. No score. Kendrick's at the plate. He grounded out to Ibar his first time up.
One of the few changeups that CJ has thrown so far in this game, although he has thrown a lot more changeups this season. That's a field pitch. It may take a time or two before he's able to get that changeup in the zone.
Got the call and needed to count at 1-1.
You could see him go right back to his changeup.
Just missed off the plate. 2-1.
He's thrown 3 changeups. Pretty much all in the same spot. Slightly off the outside corner. Point of game for Wilson. 40 pitches, 24 strikes. Pretty good ratio early on for CJ Wilson.
Morales skies one out towards shallow right field. Kendrick drifting out, but it's Cole Calhoun coming in. Calls everybody off. And Wilson gets out of it, leaving Cano stranded at first. One to the bottom of the 4th. Trout, Pujols, and Kendrick coming up. Bottom of the 4th inning, Mike Trout to lead things off here against James Paxton. Pardon me, who's allowed 1 base runner. That was a single to C.J. Cron. He struck out 3 and walked none. Trout struck out looking his first time up. He fouls that one straight back. Boy, had a hack on a good fastball.
Wow, great swing on that one. No reason to wait around. Mike Trout has an opportunity to lead the American League again this year in runs scored. To be 3 straight. Last 100 years, only Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, Mickey Mantle have done so. Mike Trout has that opportunity also to lead the American League in runs scored. That's some serious names.
One. 1-2.
Oh, high changeup.
Paxton started to open up the repertoire a little bit.
A lot of fastballs the first couple of innings. Now it's curveball, cut fastball, and changeup.
Bounces down, but it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2. Inside, full count. So 2 plate appearances for Trout. Both times he's gone to a 3-2 count. Paxton got him on a fastball on the outside corner and down. Payoff pitch. And he strikes him out.
They had cut action on that fastball. Boy, it's pretty tough as a hitter, even as good a hitter as Mike Trout is. First at bat, 95 on the outside corner, and then a cut fastball. You see the grip. You want to make sure you have that cut action. Starts middle part of the plate, then underneath the hand. Still, that one at 93. So both sides of the plate to get Trout's both looking and swinging on strikeouts in his first 2 at bats.
Albert struck out swinging in the first. Takes a strike. 49 pitches thrown by Paxton. 31 strikes so far. Foul back. A battle here between these 2 left-handers.
Well, when you can paint the inside corner and then follow with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball away, he's thrown 50 pitches, 32 of them in the strike zone. Very difficult to square up.
This one's out to right, playable. Just to north again. 2 outs.
Well, when you have 2 pitchers throwing like this, hey, sometimes you have to make them feel their position. Paxton has 3 errors. See the differential in his speed. Best fastball at 98, slowest breaking ball at 82. Both pitchers tonight have committed 3 errors this year, so you might want to make them feel their position, make them get uncomfortable on the mound, because they're both throwing extremely well.
Now he fouls back the fastball, jumping on it, 97. 171 hits for Kendrick this year, leading the team. Grounded out to Cano to start the second. Nice play by Cano going to his left. Howard didn't like that call by Jerry Meals, and it's 0-2.
Both pitchers hitting their corners and getting the calls, sometimes even when they're just slightly off the corner.
And that tends to happen when you are around the strike zone. Rifle foul into the seats. Late on the fastball. Count remains at 0-2.
98-mile-an-hour fastball out of the zone.
Hasn't quite had the feel for that pitch.
He wasn't committed to throwing that changeup anywhere near the strike zone.
But not needed considering the fastball command away and the cutter in. And there's that cutter again. And the Angels go down in order. Strikeout number 5 for Paxton. We'll head to the 5th. Still scoreless. Enjoy better. Call 1-855-1TWC. By the 2014 Camry at your Toyota dealer today, we make it easy. And by AT&T Uverse TV, mobilizing your world. Battle of lefties continues as we begin the top of the 5th inning with no score. C.J. Wilson to face Seager, Denorfia, and Smoke. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. That was the Robinson Cano in the 4th inning. But nothing else as of right now. Seager hit one out to center field in the 2nd inning. So he's 0 for 1. C.J.'s thrown just 41 pitches, 25 for strikes. First one's on the corner for a strike.
Well, you're getting those calls. When you're around the strike zone, that pitch was about 2 baseballs off the outside corner. But Wilson got the call. 14 batters faced, 8 first pitch strikes.
That's exactly what we were just talking about last half inning. Then you'll start getting some frustrated hitters looking back.
And then you're going to start swinging the pitches out of the strike zone. But you put it in perspective, CJ last game out in 5 innings pitched through 108 pitches. He's in the 5th inning here right now with just 43 thrown so far.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch. 1-2. That actually got the zone.
Yeah, it's more of a backup breaking ball in the upper part of the strike zone. First pitch was called a strike that was out of the zone, so evened up.
2-2. A lot of times you see hitters look straight down and start playing with the dirt.
Like hoping?
Yeah, they're hoping that they don't get rung up.
It's like bringing home the old report card knowing you didn't have good grades, hoping they don't take the time to look.
I don't know where it's at. It was in my pocket when I left school.
Yeah.
Strikeout number 3 for Wilson. 1 down here, the 5th.
Good breaking ball. Slider. Great action. And going down and away. And continues to throw the ball extremely well against Seager now. 3 for 30. Seager against Wilson.
Chris Denorfia, the right fielder, struck out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. North has been around a while, 34-year-old. He chops this one toward 3rd. Freese has to come in on it. 2 down. Brings up Justin Smoke. Hey, folks, Sunday is Fan Appreciation Day when the Angels take on the Rangers. Remember, that's a 12:35 start. Fans in attendance will have a chance to win prizes from San Diego Zoo, Safari Park, Apple Vacations, Pechanga Resort Casino, Konica Minolta, and Gooby's favorite.
Is that and more?
More.
Yes.
Purchase tickets today at the Angels Stadium ticket office or by logging on at angels.com. Fan Appreciation Day on Sunday. Two down, nobody on, and Justin Smoke at the plate. Ground ball is short in the 3rd inning. Rips this one out to left field, and it's the first hit allowed by Wilson as Smoke jumped on that first pitch fastball up. Second base runner of the game. Chris Taylor will come up.
One with a 4-seam fastball upstairs. And Smoke was, we talked about it a lot. For a switcher, whether right-handed or left-handed batting, he loves pitches up in the zone.
Both teams now with 1 hit. Taylor saw 1 pitch in his first at bat, hit a fly ball right in 3rd. So he's 0 for 1.
Boy, Smoke this season struggled offensively, but against the Angels coming in this game, .341 batting average with 3 home runs and 11 RBI.
Good chunk of that damage on pitches up in the strike zone. It's almost automatic with Smoke, kind of like Elvis Andrus. And for the longest time, little flare singles out the right field with the outfielder playing deep. Angels have changed that dynamic around a little bit.
Yeah, to stay down with your two-seam fastball, change speeds downstairs against Smoke.
1-1. Lays off. 2 balls and a strike. .52 pitches, 32 strikes for Wilson. Retired the first 2 here in the 5th before Smoke singled to left. Chopper toward third again. Freese has to come in bare hands. It fires to first. Got Taylor. Nice play by David Freese. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, Freese, Ibar, 9 coming up. Still scoreless.
Rewind. Paxton so far has been very good. Fastball away. It's Mike Trout. It's called looking. Fastball in. He's had a very good fastball so far in this game with movement down in the strike zone, hitting his spots very well. Very solid cut fastball. Now has been breaking out his curveball and changeup. That swing and miss from Howie. 5 punch outs in the game. Now, like I said, make him starting to field his position.
David Freese takes down and in for ball 1. He grounded to short in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. Paxton coming off a 1-2-3 fourth in which he picked up 2 more strikeouts. His 5 overall in the game. One ball, 1 strike. Ground ball towards short. Taylor to his left. 1 down. So twice now David has grounded out. Chris Taylor. We'll bring up Eric Ibar.
Well, when you have 2 pitchers throwing as well as they are in this game, to this point, all you're hoping for is some sort of mistake on the offensive side. You may not get many opportunities to score. It could be easy tomorrow night either with Weaver going against King Felix.
Ibar takes down and in. Another good pitching matchup to wrap up this 4-game series. Eric grounded out to Cano in the 2nd inning. Cano playing in a little bit at second, as is Smoke at first. That's just pulled to third though. Seager has it. 2 down.
Well, there is some serious ground ball action in this game. If you're an infielder, you're happy. A lot of action.
15 total ground ball out so far. That's goodbye. In Oakland, they're into the 5th as well, and scoreless at the top of the inning. Good battle between Samardzija and Holland. Here it's Paxton and Wilson. Brewers fouls this one at the plate. He popped out in foul territory his first time up, so he is 0 for 1.
It's that time of the year where you know where teams are trying to put themselves in position to make the playoffs or clinch a division. The intensity level, especially on the mound, increases. The defensive side, same thing. As a hitter, now you're just trying to battle for a mistake.
0-2. Yeah, while the 10-game winning streak for the Angels was fantastic and the runs scored, the hits were great. If you thought that was going to continue going into the postseason and deep into the postseason, another thing coming because the pitching locks that down a little bit. And that's what happens. All you can hope for is that you remain hot, you're hitting the ball hard, and you hope that those things eventually maybe snowball for you 1 or 2 times.
These are the type of games that prepare you for those tight playoff games.
Two. That's a called strike 3. The Angels are done here and in order. The 5th will head to the 6th inning. Still scoreless.
Tools of the trade presented by Ram Trucks. Perfect technique by David Freese, coming in on the slow roller down the third base line, gets himself into position, his body able to scoop that baseball with the bare hand, and all in one motion. Perfect throw to the first base. It's going to take a number of those solid defensive plays tonight to win this game the way both these pitchers are throwing the baseball. They're solid as far as fielding position. Fielding position this year, David Freese, the fielding percentage at .969, third best. Kyle Seager, we saw that on display earlier, .977. He's did a nice job on a slow roller himself.
C.J. Wilson to face 9-1-2. Sucre, Jackson, and Ackley for Seattle. Sucre struck out in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. 1 of 3 strikeouts for Wilson. 1 walk. 1 hit allowed. That was a single to Smoke.
And he threw him a lot of breaking balls and got a swing and miss against him his first at bat.
That one apparently missed, according to Jerry Meals. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Sucre played 48 games at AAA Tacoma, 274, a couple of home runs, 16 runs batted in. Swings through that one. It's 1-2, even though he's 26 years of age. He's been around a little while.
Well, you got to go right back with the same pitch. Another breaking ball in the dirt.
Yeah. Originally the Braves system. 1-2. This one's pulled foul. Mike Zunino got the start in the first 2 games of the series. Sucre tonight. That's a called strike 3. Painted for the first down here in the 6th.
Sucre was aware of the breaking ball, and then CJ paints a 91-mile-an-hour fastball in that inside corner. It's some looking.
Austin Jackson, the center fielder, twice has grounded out. Once the second, once the third. He takes just a little bit low. The ball 1.
Well, even when CJ has missed tonight, he hasn't missed by a lot. Been around the plate very consistently.
2-0 down. And the deeper you get in the ball game, the more, dare I say, conservative you get, because you know that the guy on the other side is putting up zeros. So you don't want to make a mistake. Toad 1.
Boy, continue to get that call in that outside corner, just slightly off it. Changing it and it back completely. Could have been 3-0, now 2-1. CJ's command of his fastball has been very good. Been able to get a lot of quick ground ball outs.
This one's out towards shallow right center field. Trout got a good jump of shading him that way. 2 outs. I'll bring up Dustin Ackley with 2 outs and the bases clear as we take a look at the playoff race. The American League. Angels, Orioles. The Tigers leading the division. Although the Tigers now trailing 8-4 in the 9th inning. Kansas City has won. So Kansas City with an opportunity to pick up ground, not only the wild card, they do pick up ground or will pick up ground, assuming that score holds in Minneapolis. It'd be a half game back in the Central.
They were able to beat Chris Sale today, coming into the game with an ERA 1.99 for the season.
6-2 is the score for the Royals over the White Sox. Ackley twice has grounded out. Crowan in the first inning, Kendrick in the second. It's fouled off.
A real good life in the fastball once again from Wilson.
And Mark under control so far.
Yeah, I mean, his balance over the pitching rubber. He slowed the game down tremendously so far tonight.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Ackley. Another 1-2-3 inning for C.J. Wilson. He now has 5 strikeouts in the night. Still scoreless.
in the 6th. And now it's time for the Carl's Jr. Sports Update. Will Price be right for the Tigers? Well, not the case tonight. 5 2/3. Price gives up 5 runs, and they end up losing the game to Tigers. Madison Bumgarner going for his 19th win, did not get the win, but San Francisco wins the game late against Arizona. Now just 2 back of the Dodgers, who got hit around a little bit in Colorado today. Final that game 16-2. And Carlos Frias gave up 10 hits without finishing up the first inning for the Dodgers today.
Cron breaks his bat and rolls one to Seager. One out. Crow now 1 for 2 as he singled back to third.
When he pitches inside, he'll cut his fastball, and from that angle, getting underneath the handle of the bat, shatters the bat, and that's well off the plate. That's against a good fastball hitter. Bat ends up in the dirt in the infield. Well played by Seager, even dealing with that bat flying towards his direction.
Cowgill grounded out to Seager in the third inning, so he's 0 for 1. Two down. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Cole laid off on that big breaking ball. Calhoun's 0 for 2 with a ground down and a strikeout. Livingston has 6 punch outs, no walks, the 1 hit. Count ended up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Minnesota ended up defeating the Tigers. And that was a David Price start. 8-4. So Kansas City a half-game deficit now in the Central. Bouncer back up the middle, and now will sneak through for a 2-out single. Travel down with a man on. Trout tonight 0 for 2, twice has struck out, once looking, the last time swinging. Both on 3-2 counts. Top part of the strike zone.
Both pitches very manageable pitch counts. Though Seattle will be a little more conservative with Paxton, being a youngster. Not a lot of innings pitched this season.
On the disabled list for a very long time.
.75 pitches, 50 strikes, 2-to-1 ratio as far as strikes to balls so far for Paxton.
0-2 count on Trout. Scoreless with 2 outs here in the 6th. We'll check in on Cole.
Paxton, not a great move for a left-handed pitcher. Allowed 7 stolen bases in 9 attempts.
Another throw over.
See Cole trying to get a read off of Paxton, see if he's paying attention to him, especially on an 0-2 count, anticipating the breaking ball in the dirt. He may go. Worst case scenario, you give Mike Trout a fresh count next inning.
One ball, 2 strikes. 2 hits for the Angels, 1 for the Mariners. That's how good this pitching matchup has been. CJ with Wilson with 5 strikeouts. Paxton with the 6. No walks for Paxton, and Wilson has allowed just 1 walk. That was a 2-out walk to Cano in the 4th. Cano scheduled to lead things off in the 7th. Two upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Get a little slide step, quick pitch. Cole has Paxton distracted over there a little bit at first base.
Ackley very deep in left field. 2-2 now. Check swing. They wanted appeal. And Jerry Meals does not oblige. So full count. And with 2 outs, it means Calhoun will get a little bit of a head start at first base. 3 full counts tonight by Paxton, and all 3 to Trout. First at bat of the 1st, fastball away to get him. In the 4th, there was a cut fastball underneath the hands to get him swinging. Calhoun takes off. Breaking ball is a called strike 3, and Trout can't believe it. As Jerry Meals brings him up, and now we'll end the 6th. We'll head to the 7th. Still scoreless.
Pitch. That at bat for Mike Trout against Paxton. First pitch, breaking ball, gets the call. Fastball away, fouled off by Trout. Then Paxton goes upstairs with a fastball out of the zone. Another fastball out of the zone. Then a fastball at 95 down with some movement. And gets him looking on a curveball that looked like it was off the inside corner. All those quadrants thrown by Paxton against Trout to get that call third strike.
Both lefties locked in. C.J. Wilson will start the seventh by facing Cano, Morales, and Seager. 3, 4, and 5 for Seattle.
Both the pitchers are the exact same spot in the order to start the seventh. Wilson facing Cano. Paxton will be facing Pujols in the bottom of the seventh. Same spot.
Cano fouls the first pitch. 0 for 1 as he bounced one back to the mound in the first inning. Walked in the fourth. Strike on the outside corner. That did catch the corner. 0-2. Count remains at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Oakland with 2 outs in the 5th inning. And 2 strikes and Sam Folds strike for a run, so it's 1-0 in the 5th. Oh, 2. Check swing.
Not a bad miss though from CJ against Cano. Almost got him to chase that breaking ball out of the strike zone. Completely under control tonight. Great focus.
Kendrys Morales waits on deck. 1 hit allowed by Wilson. That was the 2-out single by Justin Smoak in the 5th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. .71 pitches, 45 for strikes.
It's a good ratio for CJ. Has struggled in that department this season as far as strikes to ball ratio. Tonight, very, very good.
Well, he's ahead at 0-2 and now to a full count. First full count for Wilson. Payoff pitch. This is foul down the third base line. Late on the fastball.
Still good life on the fastball. That one in 93, his best fastball.
Reset and do it again. Scoreless here in the 7th. This was off the end of the bat foul.
Well, CJ's thrown a number of quality pitches in this at bat against Cano. Already 8 of them. He's barely got a piece of that slow curveball after a high fastball at 93, top part of the strike zone.
Spoiling another one.
Inner half of the plate, firm again at 93.
10 pitches so far. Would you go off speed? Change up?
I think you can get him with a slider here or
Slider.
curveball away, down and away.
We haven't seen too many curveballs tonight. Slider's been so effective, and so has the changeup.
Now he has Cano thinking about it too, with shaking off the signs from Chris Iannetta.
The 11th pitch of the at-bat got him looking on a fastball, and maybe that's what Cano wasn't thinking about. He was looking off speed, perhaps.
I think that worked out perfectly when CJ shook off Chris Iannetta a number of times. He stepped out of the batter's box thinking maybe he was going to get a breaking ball. Instead, paints the outside corner for a call third strike. Very solid mechanics. Follow through perfect from Wilson. Painting the corner.
One out, nobody out, and Kendrys Morales at the plate. He'll look at the strike. Morales with a ground ball to short and a fly ball to right. Derek Holland, by the way, got out of that 5th inning, allowing just 1 run. So top of the 6th in Oakland, 1-0 Oakland. Two balls and a strike.
It's a big batter here for CJ and the Angels. After a long at bat like that against Robinson Cano, you get him looking. There's 11 to pitch at bat. And maintain your focus against a dangerous hitter like Kendrys Morales now.
Good off speed. Pulled the string, 2-2. Six punch outs for Wilson with 1 walk, 1 hit. 2-2 pitch. Almost got him. The chase anyway. And a full count. And he walked him. Goes ahead of the count, ends up issuing the walk, and it'll bring up Seager. Folks, Angels postseason tickets go on sale tomorrow, 10 a.m. The sale is available exclusively online at angels.com/postseason.
Thought they might do this pinch runner.
James Jones will pinch run for Morales.
Especially the way both pitchers are throwing the baseball. That 1 run may be a huge run. Jones extremely fast.
25 stolen bases for the outfielder. Kyle Seager's 0 for 2 with a fly ball to center and a strikeout. Oh, and 1.
That's a great decision by CJ to go with a slide step there. Quicker to the plate. Threw off the timing of the base runner and the hitter. CJ with 1 pickoff this year.
No throw to first to keep him honest.
Being ahead of the count now, Mike Scioscia does have that option of a pitch out. You would think that Jones would be going right now on this pitch.
Foul tipped into the mitt. 0-2. Going back to the breaking ball. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Seager. 2 down. Second strikeout of the inning. 7th in the game.
And another tough at bat for Seager against C.J. Wilson. He's on top of that so well. We talked about his balance. His slider's been excellent because he stayed back very well. The bending of the elbows, finish and follow through.
Two outs. Jones still at first base. Here's Chris Denorfia. Jones takes off. The pitch is low. The throw down to second base. One hop throw. Safe at second. Heck of an effort by Howie Kendrick.
Boy, Mike Socha's going to take a look.
Low throw on the base. And a great pick by Howie. A quick tag, too.
That was a great quick transfer from Iannetta. Pretty good sized jump, but a slide step from Wilson. Perfect throw. Well, it looked like he got his hand in. See if the hand is on the base.
Yep.
It is.
No challenge by Mike Socha. So Jones picks up his 26th stolen base.
He's able to maintain contact with the base all the way through his slide.
First time tonight that Seattle has had a man reach scoring position. There's an injury delay in Oakland. Apparently, Kerwin Danley, the home plate umpire, has had to leave the game, so they're replacing him with Mark Ripperger. So they're still in the top of the 6th inning. Texas hasn't even started their plate appearance yet. 1-0 Oakland in that 6th. Norfie takes down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The right fielder struck out in the 2nd inning, grounded out in the 5th.
If you're Cole Calhoun, I think you have to be ready to come in on a baseball. Denorfia likes to hit the ball that way.
Cole playing in a little bit toward the foul line. Three nope. That's a strike. Handles in the bottom of the 7th. Have Pujols, Kendrick, and Freese coming up. You're scoreless here in the 7th inning with 2 outs. Jones, speedy outfielder, and pinch runner for Kendrys Morales on at second base.
Remember, all 3 of the 4 pitches have been away, so Cole's got to be ready to come in when they can hit that way.
Lays off the breaking ball, and it's a walk. 2nd of the inning for Wilson. But taken care of Denorfia rather easily. First 2 plate appearances. He's thrown 25 pitches here in this 7th inning. And now he'll face Justin Smoak.
And Smoak jumped on a high fastball in the 5th inning for the only hit for Seattle in this game. And for your CJ and Chris Iannetta, remember that he likes elevated pitches.
2 out and 2 on. First one to Smoke. Down and in. Good breaking ball there. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Great spot with that pitch also, staying down.
Two one, and now it looks like the Angels start to get some action going.
It's 3 straight breaking balls down. Smoke. And you can throw your fastball, just keep it down, or run your changeup away. Go 2-seam fastball away, down, follow it up with a changeup, down and away.
Kevin Jepson, first man up. A long 7th, 2 strikeouts, but 2 walks. One you'd probably like to have back is the one to Northview. Two-one pitch. This is lifted in the air to right and playable for Calhoun as he comes racing in. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A, and we are still scoreless. Tech West fan photo, and it could be shown in an upcoming game broadcast tonight. It is Halo Haven sending us their pick.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. Keep sending them in. Hashtag West fan photos. We begin the bottom of the 7th. No score. Albert Pujols, Howie Kendrick, David Freese. 3, 4, and 5 for the Angels here against James Paxton. Struck out 7. He's walked none, and he's allowed 2 hits.
What a job that last inning to get through that inning with no runs allowed by CJ. Excellent effort.
Albert takes down and away. Pujols is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball to right. Lifts it on the first base side into foul territory. Smoke. The track puts it away. 1 down.
the key to this game. Very good, well-pitched game. Sweet emotion, looking for that one mistake by Paxton to take that lead, especially the way CJ has thrown the baseball today for the Halos. Just get that lead and maintain it, and then put a lot of pressure on Oakland up in Oakland.
Just the margin with a 1-2-3 6th inning. So they head to the bottom of the 6th, still 1-0 Oakland.
Paxton still great life in the fastball. That one at 95.
Just 82 pitches thrown by the lefty, 53 of it strikes. Now he's grounded out and punched out.
Boy, tardy on that one too at 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Boy, in the first inning is fastball at 97. This inning 96. Not a lot of drop off. He's had some 98-mile-an-hour fastballs in this game too. Very consistent.
It's at 7 0-2 counts tonight. Yeah, that was once a supplemental first-round pick by the Toronto Blue Jays in 2009, and there was some question as to whether or not the Blue Jays reached out to his advisor. Kendrick takes outside. Came to the point where University of Kentucky was not going to allow him to play until he went through the process. He ended up leaving Kentucky, went to independent ball, became a 4th-round pick of Seattle in 2010. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Jackson shading Howie to right center field. If he can turn on something on the inner half, especially one of those breaking balls hit to left center, he can run for a while.
Full count.
Oakland continuing to lead the Rangers 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th.
Payoff pitch. Kendrick punches one through the right side, and it is a 1-out single. 3rd hit of the night for the Angels. Puts a man on for David Freese.
He's going a 4-seam fastball. And not afraid to go inside with that, but Howie got his hands inside and went the other way. Inside out approach on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. You gotta have a lot of confidence in your hands to be able to stay back on a fastball like that and still make good contact.
Freese takes down and in. Twice is grounded out to short. He's 0 for 2. This one's looped out to shallow right field, and that'll get down for a base hit. It gets by Denorfia. Kendrick rounding second, will head to 3rd. DeSarcina's waving him home. 1-0 Angels.
Boy, just waiting for that one mistake, and they got it. David Freese once again. A good swing going the other way. Denorfia caught in between, going to try to catch that ball in the air or playing it on the hop. And that indecision is how he reads it. As soon as that baseball gets by Gary DeSarcina, going down past that 3rd base coaching box, waving him home with that first run of the game. David Freese, his time of the year clutch once again.
Tony Campana has come to second base to pinch run for Freese. Lloyd McClendon's going to go out and talk things over. Boy, that's the last thing you want to see on either side. The way both guys have pitched tonight, to see a mistake like that cost you a run.
And that's what's going to happen, especially when 2 lefties are throwing this well like they are tonight.
It's a single and an error onto Norfield.
Caught in between, going to try to make the play. Howie was thinking, making sure that baseball was down first, and then gets by Denorfia.
Well, I tell you what, Mark, with that reaction there, it looks like he was squared up to the baseball. You wonder if that ball kind of spun to his right or took a weird hop off the grass, because he looked like he was in position.
Or at least to be able to keep it in front of him.
Exactly. Danny Farquhar getting ready now, the right-hander. 90 pitches for Paxton. 1-0 Angels. The pinch runner, Tony Campana at second.
It's when you add on right now.
Eric Guybar is 0 for 2 with a ground ball to second and a ground ball to third. Overthrown breaking ball out in front of the plate. Nice play by Sucre to keep that ball in front of him. There's Campana. Charlie Furbush, the lefty, has also joined Farquhar in the bullpen, so they've got a righty and a lefty going. One-0 pitch. Ibar takes low. 2 balls, no strikes.
And with a young pitcher on the mound, you have a base hit to Howie, and then that base hit by David Freese gets away from your right fielder. All of a sudden, that doubt is created in the mind, and you're overthrown, and that's what he's done the first 2 pitches to Eric Ibar.
Two-0. Ibar takes low, 3-0. Chris Sinet on deck. A huge mistake by Chris Denorfia on the single off the bat of David Freese, costing the Mariners a run.
And as good as Paxton is, he's still a young pitcher. All of a sudden the game is starting to speed up on him.
Now they will intentionally walk Ibar. So 2 on with 1 out here. Diamondbacks coming to the plate. Good speed on the bases for the Angels with Campana at second and now Ibar at first. No action in the Angels pen. But Wilson may have talked his way into staying into this ball game after the top of the 7th. Iannetta has popped out into foul territory and struck out looking. Chris will look at a strike on the inside corner. Iannetta shoots one foul into the seats down the right field line. Oh, 2 count. C.J. Cron on deck. Just missed hit.
And Sucre tried to bring that back in the inside corner. He's done a nice job as far as doing that. 0-2 fastball inside. Tried to bring it back and frame into baseball very well.
They head to the 7th in Oakland. 1-0 A's. The 1-2 pitch. Iannetta pulls it foul on the breaking ball. Boy, a heck of a pitcher's duel unfolding tonight. Angels getting a run here, the 7th on the error by the right fielder. 1-2. Little dribbler foul at the plate. Next pitch will be the 100 throw by Paxton.
Could be his last batter here.
Most he's thrown was 118. That was on August 26th. 102 in his last start on the 12th against Oakland. 1-2 again. Iannetta lifts it, foul it out of play. Both Farquhar and Furbush ready to go in the pen for Seattle.
100 pitches thrown. Most he's thrown in any inning is this inning, 21. And an 8-pitch second inning.
Similar to Wilson in the top of this inning, but ended up getting out of it with no damage. Check swing. Did not go. Bob Davidson over at first.
Great atmosphere here tonight at the Big A.
Well, magic number of 2, an opportunity to clinch the division if the Angels win.
And it looked like he held up it, checked it in time.
And an Oakland loss. Campana standing at second and Ibar first. Fouled off. This one into the seats on the first base side.
And there's been some tough at bats by both sides here in the 7th inning against 2 very good pitchers. Robinson Cano, before he struck out, had an 11 pitch at bat against C.J. Wilson. His next pitch to Iannetta will be his 9th pitch he has seen at this at bat.
Called strike 3. Got him with a fastball. 2 down.
Well, that's an impressive spot to hit for a young pitcher. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Great on the inside corner. Sucre again. Nice job as far as framing his pitch.
Floyd McClendon's coming on. That's going to be it for Paxton. The right hitter Danny Farquhar's coming into the ball game. The Angels up 1-0. Insurance. Get a fast free quote at MercuryInsurance.com today and see how much you can save. Buy Jack in the Box and Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. And buy Hyundai. The all-new Sonata is here. Visit buyhyundai.com. Halos up 1-0 here in the 7th. James Paxton, nothing to hang his head about tonight. 6 2/3, 4 hits, 1 run. It's unearned. 8 strikeouts and 1 walk. He departs with a couple of men on base. Danny Farquhar takes over on the mound. Farquhar pitching in his 61st game. 3-1 record, a 2.33 ERA. Has 1 save. 73 strikeouts and 65 2/3.
Yeah, he's got a good fastball, 91-95. Cut fastball, which he throws quite a few of. Curveball, an occasional changeup.
He'll face C.J. Cron, who's 1 for 2. Single back in the 3rd inning and a ground out in the 6th. Campana at second base and Ibar first. First one's down and away. Looking ahead of the 8th, Seattle has 8, 9, and 1 due up. Taylor, Sucre, and Jackson. Long one get for Farquhar.
Farquhar throws a lot of cut fastballs. That'll cut out over the plate. Good spot for CJ to drive the ball to right center field on a cut fastball.
1-0. In there for a strike. Texas done batting at the top of the 7th. Oakland still up 1-0. That is drilled out toward left center field. A towering shot. Nobody's gonna get this one. Gone! Big fly for C.J. Cron. 4-0 Angels.
Well, we had the C.J. ×2 show tonight. C.J. Cron with a 3-run home run. C.J. Wilson with a 1-hitter through 7. Those big add-on insurance runs crushed by C.J. Cron. His 11th home run now, 35 RBI.
Cron clears the bases. And Colin Cowgill will step to the plate. A 4-run 7th inning for the Halos.
Boy, how often have we talked about the other guys coming through in the clutch in key situations this season for the Halos. C.J. Cron, huge 3-run home run.
Three balls, no strikes. 4th home run allowed by Farquhar.
It's that cut fastball that just stayed true. Instead of going away, ran inner half of the plate, and C.J. Cron did not miss that one. You talk about barreling up a baseball, he did so.
Three balls and a strike. 146th home run hit by the Angels this year. (3-1). Tapper foul.
Boy, this ends up spinning back out over the plate. And what a swing. Great balance through the baseball for Cron, and a no-doubter, a long way out. Crushing that rock pile.
And a walk. Farquhar and Sucre thought that they had a strikeout there, but the inning continues, and Cole Calhoun will come up, and you wonder if Lloyd goes to Furbush, who was ready to go. Does it appear to be the case? Cole 1 for 3, singled in the 6th inning.
Well, Seattle's bullpen has been so good this season also. The ERA out of the bullpen, 2.36.
Cole hooks one down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Cowgill racing to third. DeSarcina's got the windmill going, and the Angels' lead is 5-0. Cole will take third.
Another one of those huge innings for the Halos, scoring 5 here in the 7th. Cole right down the line, his 4th triple, 57th RBI. Mislocated once again. Right down the line. This offense, relentless when a pitcher makes a mistake.
It's a double for Calhoun, and Cano gets charged with an error to allow Cole to advance to 3rd. Halos lead at 5-0 here in the 7th. Inning erupted against James Paxton and Danny Farquhar. Magic number of 2. A win tonight by the Halos and a loss by Oakland would give the Angels the division crown. Oakland currently leading Texas 1-0. That game is in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dominic Leone takes over on the mound here for Farquhar. Did not retire batter. He faced 3 guys, gave up the 3-run bomb to Crone, walked Cowgill, and then the double to Cole Calhoun. Leone pitching his 53rd game, 7-2 mark and a 2.20 ERA.
And a good fastball for Leone too, just like pretty much anybody coming out of the bullpen for Seattle. 91-95 slider, changeup.
Leone last pitched on Monday through 13 pitches. Joe Smith getting ready now, so C.J. Wilson done after 7 innings. Fantastic baseball for C.J.
I think that's the best I've seen him throw. Certainly this season for the Angels, in the most important time for C.J. Wilson to throw his best game of the year.
And there's a lot of folks wearing Angels red in the Southland saying, where has that guy been all season long? Because he was fantastic tonight.
Focused, great balance over the pitching rubber.
Here's Trout. Calhoun standing at 3rd base. 2 errors in the inning for Seattle. The big one was to Norfield on the ball that David Freese hit to right field that led to the Angels' first run. Paxton ends up getting charged with 3 runs all earned, 6 2/3. Trout 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts against the left-hander. A nice block by Sucre on a hard breaking ball in the dirt.
And you know they see that score up in Oakland. Everyone always says they don't look at the scoreboard at this time of the year, though. With this few amount of games left, you're definitely checking out the score. But then all of a sudden you see 0-0, then 5 runs scored by the Angels in the 7th. That 3-run home run by C.J. Crone went a long way.
1-1. Off the end of the bat, foul, and breaks his bat.
Trout's still looking at his bat, wondering how that happened.
Down goes Wonder Boy.
Little slider off the end of the bat.
Looks like Jimmy Reese's old fungo.
Yeah. Boy, could he do some things with the fungo, hitting the ground balls and fly balls. Could almost play catch with it.
Yep. 1-2. Struck him out. A 4-strikeout game for Trout. The Angels bat around here in the 7th inning. C.J. Cron, a 3-run bomb. Cole Calhoun, the capper, with the RBI double. 7 complete. The Angels up 5-0.
Was that baseball crushed? C.J. Wilson absolutely dominant tonight, allowing just 1 hit in 7 shutout innings, quality pitch after quality pitch. And then David Freese giving C.J. Wilson some support, base hit in the right field. Denorfia could not keep the baseball in front. Howie scores the first run of the game, and then C.J. Cron. C.J. times 2, make that C.J. times 3, a 3-run home run. The difference maker, Cole Calhoun, a double driving in another. The Angels lead this one 5-0. C.J. Wilson, best outing of the year, no question about it, at the time where the Angels needed him most.
95 pitches, the 7 strikeouts, and he gives way to Joe Smith. Last pitched on Thursday. There's 17 pitches, and he's scheduled to face 8, 9, and 1 here for Seattle in the 8th. Taylor, Sucre, and Jackson. '72nd game for Joe Smith. As a new third baseman, as John McDonald is over in the hot corner, taking over for Freese. That for Navarro over at first. Taylor, the shortstop, is 0 for 2 with a fly ball to right and a ground ball to third. Sinking fastball down underneath the hands, 1 and 2. Certainly a contrast in styles. C.J. Wilson, a good fastball tonight. Great location. First time he has gone 7 innings since his June 19th start against Cleveland, as Taylor gets a piece of that one, keeps the at-bat alive.
Well, we were talking about Mike Scioscia on the pregame show, how he's going to manage his club late. I think that was a great decision he made, leaving C.J. Cron in the game. He could have easily gone to a left-handed bat. You had Navarro, who does a good job of handling the bat. You leave C.J. in the game, and he ends up hitting a 3-run home run with a right-handed reliever coming into the game. And Farquhar, and he crushed it.
Sliding. They wanted an appeal, did not go. Buck and Bob Davidson over at first base. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
See if Taylor was able to hold up. No, he went. No doubt.
Chopper towards short. Ibar comes charging in. Fans throw, 1 down. The most popular way to follow the Angels push to the postseason is with MLB.com At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Enjoy live look-ins, replay reviews, scores, live radio broadcasts, the MLB.TV game of the day, and more. Get At Bat for your smartphone or tablet at the App Store. Log on at MLB.com for more details. 1 out, nobody on, and Jesus Sucre.
And we can talk a lot about C.J. Wilson. Excellent C.J. Cron's 3-run home run, but the defense in the infield for the Angels tonight has been fantastic. Wilson getting a lot of ground ball outs. Joe Smith, as usual, coming in and getting a ground ball out himself. These haven't been easy plays either. Some slow rollers. They had to come in on the baseball.
0-2. They head to the top of the 8th inning in Oakland with the A's up 1-0. Oh, 2 now. Fastball away. Sucre twice has struck out. Once looking, once swinging. There's the 1-2. Got him looking. 2 down.
Painting that outside corner with a 4-seam fastball from Joe at 91.
Top of the order now, Austin Jackson, who's 0 for 3. 2 ground ball outs and a fly ball to right. 36,875 in the house tonight. First one's in, first strike. Joe's feeling pretty good. 90.
He's usually right around 87, 88, maybe 89, and wants some sink. He's feeling it too.
Yep. No balls, 2 strikes. Tomorrow night, the finale of this 4-game series. And he thought tonight turned out to be a pretty good pitching matchup. You got one scheduled for tomorrow. Jared Weaver for the Angels, Felix Hernandez for Seattle.
This feels like the postseason not only tonight, but it'll certainly feel like that tomorrow night. Those 2 pitchers.
Slider got him looking. A 1-2-3 inning for Joe Smith. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. 5-0 Halo.
Bottom of the 8th, that big 5-run 7th inning. With Pujols going to lead it off. Well, a lot of electricity in this stadium here tonight.
Halos here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll have Pujols, Kendrick, and McDonald. Dominic Leone still in the ball game. He retired Trout on the strikeout to finish the 7th inning. Farquhar, by the way, ended up giving up 1 run. Pardon me, 2 runs in his stretch in which he faced just 3 batters. Allowed 2 hits, including the home run to Crone. Albert tonight 0 for 3. Snowballs and strike. Seattle no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, 4 left on. The Halos 5 runs, 6 hits, 3 men left on base. Fouled back, 0-2. 2 outs at the top of the 8th in Oakland. Jeff Samardzija still in the ball game. 112 pitches for him. Oakland up 1-0. For the Angels, it's Houston Street getting ready for the 9th. Albert goes down swinging on the slider. Stick around after the last out. Angels live post game presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Patrick O'Neill, Jose Mota, Alex Curry will break it down for you. Coming up right after the last out. Want to know on Kendrick. Singled and scored in the 7th inning. Got that rally started.
Pretty good pitch too. He hit it in the right field.
1 ball, 1 strike. The owner with a nasty slider. It's one of many good arms in that Mariners bullpen. Bullpen ERA of 2.36 for Seattle. One and 2. Jerry Meals has been a strike caller the entire night. He's been pretty good strike zone. Texas goes down in order at the top of the 8th, so into the bottom of the 8th at the Coliseum. As Kendrick strikes out for round number 2, and it's 1-0 Oakland still.
Yeah, Samardzija still in the game. Looks like he's thrown 116 pitches, 117 so far.
I imagine they'll go to Doolittle, but who knows? Maybe Samardzija talks his way into going back out there looking for a CG. A shutout. After tomorrow comes up for his first plate appearance. Breaks his bat, hits one up the middle. Taylor is there. The Angels go down in order here in the 8th.
There has been some shattered bats in this game.
Yeah, they have. We head to the 9th. Halos up 5-0.
And now it's time for our Arco top tier play of the game. C.J. Cron. Cut fastball that sank on the inner half of the plate. Boy, did he crush that one out to left center field for a huge 3-run home run. As the bench erupts with that big swing from C.J. Cron. His 11th home run this season for C.J. Cron. What a swing.
Houston Street takes over on the mound here. Last pitched on Saturday through 12 pitches, so an opportunity for him to get some work. He'll be facing Ackley, Cano, and Jones.
And us here is walk-ups. Walk-in song, I should say.
Led Zeppelin never hurt anybody?
No.
That we know of.
Ah, yes. Casimir.
We'll just let that play in the background.
Yes.
Ackley, the left fielder, is 0 for 3. Couple of ground outs and a strikeout. First one's up and in. Joe Smith, 1 inning, 2 punch outs. He pitched the scoreless 8th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Popped up third base side. John McDonald into foul territory. 1 down.
C.J. Wilson looking on. What a performance tonight by him. 7 innings is 1 hit allowed. Pitch up to Justin Smoke. That was it. Not many baseballs even close to being squared up against him either.
Robinson Cano looks at a strike. He's 0 for 2. It's jam, bounces one to Navarro. Bob was at first, second. 2 down. Well, the Angels 1 out away of picking up their 95th win of the season, dropping their magic number to 1. And if Texas somehow comes back and defeats Oakland, they will clinch the American League West. Otherwise, we'll have to wait till tomorrow, and Oakland and Texas will play a day game tomorrow. Well, the Angels and Mariners will tee it up at 7:05. James Jones, the batter, first plate appearance for him, and he'll look at a strike.
And after this game, the guys will be in that clubhouse watching the TV, watching that game up in Oakland.
Oh, 2. Oh, 2 from Houston. Light that baby up as the Angels shut out the Mariners 5-0. And the magic number stands at 1.
What a performance by Mike Socha's club here tonight. 1 hit allowed. Just 1 hit allowed in 9 shutout innings. In the standings right now, the Angels lead Oakland by 11 games. That magic number at this point at 1. The C.J. Show tonight. C.J. Wilson, C.J. Cron. What a job by C.J. Wilson. His best performance of the season. No question about it.
C.J. picks up his 13th win of the season. Ends up striking out 7 and walks 3, allowing that 1 hit. It's the only hit that Seattle had all night long. Justin Smoke, a 2-out single in the 5th inning. as the Angels lock it down with that 5-run 7th inning. A big error by Kristen Orfield in right field led to the first run. And then it kind of opened up from there. Crone, the 3-run home run, and Cole Calhoun with the RBI double to give the Angels their margin of victory.
Their 12th shutout this season. The pitching staff, we talked about that in the opening, has been outstanding.
Terrific bounce back game for the Angels considering what happened last night. You see the magic number 1 being flashed on the board out in right field and all over the boards here at the Big A, waiting for the game in Oakland. C.J. Wilson, a fantastic outing for him. His best of the season. He's down on the field with Alex Curry. Alex.
Thank you, Victor. C.J., you took control of this game from the first inning. Knowing how close you guys were to the title, was there a different mentality heading into this game?
You know, at this time of the year, we're just trying to play as well as we can. We can't control what's going on in the other games, so we just have to try to win here. And we had that big inning tonight, and that was all we needed.
You allowed 1 hit. What was working for you tonight on the mound?
The curveball. I mean, the curveball was really good tonight, and the 4-seamer. I watched a little bit of Kershaw video on YouTube trying to figure out how to make my curveball tight. So thanks, Clayton.
Now, how big of a game was this for you confidence-wise before heading into the last week of the regular season?
No, it's great. I mean, they're obviously a great team, and they've seen me a million times, so it just shows that I was executing. That's the biggest thing. And if I have my delivery the way it was tonight, then that's obviously a lot better than I threw in June or July.
So would you say this was one of your best games of the season?
Yeah, definitely.
Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you.
Well, with this shutout win tonight, the Angels drop their magic number to 1. We're still watching the Oakland game, but up next, Patrick O'Neill and Jose Mota will break it all down on Angels Live, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers.